Alex, we also got a caller in, and we can't confirm this yet, that this Michael Hardin character is actually out of Yugoslavia, ran, death squad type military units out there, and was moved here by the CIA and given the name Michael Hardin. We're developing that story as we speak. Just incredible stuff.
Well, again, that's the problem is he does have a lot of funds, millions, and he has been here making some of the payments. The news is saying he's got another big payment to make in February. And he has been spreading a lot of money around town. I've been talking to the people. And then you look at his M.O., it's $100,000 thefts, $200,000 thefts, civil victories against him in court as well for $1.2 million. So, again, we're just investigating all of this, trying to find out exactly what's happening and exactly what's going on here. But I want to give you an update on that in just a moment. First off, going back to what the gentleman said, before I left town, I noticed urban warfare drills all over the country, namely Tennessee, Kentucky, and others, with the Army, with the Marines. And I talked to Thomas Sanchez back in '99, the head of emergency management in Kingsville, Texas, and they admitted to him that this was being done to condition the public. They admitted to him that this is basically acclimation for occupation. Now, that's not even debatable. They're coming out and just putting regular National Guard, Army, Marines on the streets. And so it's this slow, incremental unfolding of this agenda. But now, here at the end, it's all intersecting and getting sped up, kind of like birthing pains with a woman. As she gets down to delivering the baby, as she goes through labor for 12 hours, in the last 30 minutes, the contractions are closer and closer until it's all just one big contraction. And that's why we see all the different activity just exploding. The bottom line here from Hardin, Montana is I'm very glad I came here because more and more on the air I talk about this being like a Twilight Zone episode. You get to this very poor town bordering the Crow Indian Reservation. There are Native Americans like right out of a stereotype, just completely drunk, walking around all over the streets, bumping into walls, falling down. Other Native Americans, nice-looking, happy families out taking their family to eat and things, but there's homeless, old white people begging for money on the sides of the street. But there's also, cheery, nice, folks here as well, both non-native and folks from Montanans. And in the middle of it, you have this individual who's got a rap sheet the size of the New York phone book. I mean, every day, every few hours, new warrants in different states and new civil judgments and new felonies. And as you said, I saw that number, 17 aliases. And he is hooked into the government at certain levels. And the question is, the government's full of criminals, con artists, scammers. Was he just taken in because he was a fellow traveler? Or has he gone out and conned the U.S. government, other contractors, other groups? He's such a liar that we really don't know. It may just be that he's a complete con artist who was able to get a $27 million facility and have German mercenaries in tow. We've confirmed that's going on, and other Croatian and Serb people in tow with him. Or it could be this is something much bigger and much deeper. And the reason it may actually be, he may just be a cut-out and a front man, is if you look at it, they did a year ago, there's CNN pieces on this, I've talked to the locals, try to turn the prison into a Guantanamo West, as it was called, to hold prisoners from Guantanamo Bay. And this other company does have offices. I saw their computers and phones and equipment in there. There's another company that they said, well, they partially pulled out, but they're still here with us. I got different stories. And they were saying we still may make this a alien detainee center, enemy combatant center. And then I went into different offices and saw different blueprints and maps on the walls. The spokeswoman didn't want me to tape that. It's on paper saying, please don't tape that. And acting very, very suspiciously. So we do have a site, a FEMA camp, a center that the feds and the locals and others have. The feds were involved a year ago, trying to sell this to the state, but the legislature, the people in Helena and in Billings, the major cities, said, we do not want this. And so it looks like they tried to come back through another organization to try to push it as that. That's why they said it was going to be an international training center for foreign troops. And we have confirmed it is now in the Billings Gazette today. In fact, I just came out of one of the city offices and just had the new Billings Gazette article. In fact, it's behind me. Aaron's about to give it to me. And it does confirm, if we're going to, I'm on the air, if we need to get in, if we're going to do that. Thanks. Let me have those papers you're sitting on. Thank you. The Billings Gazette today confirms that without authorization, the Two Rivers Authority, this private consortium that's basically taking over the town, it has its officials running for mayor, has its officials and their officials' wives in the city council. And it's kind of like their own little boss hog type constabulary, or I guess you'd call it good old boy mafia around here, kind of feeding on the locals that don't really know their rights. That it's confirmed in the Billings Gazette, and they've now admitted, yes, the Two Rivers was preparing to go before the city council, and they had gone ahead and gone into talks to make this Captain Michael Hilton and all his other aliases the police chief. And so literally they were going to go out into the county and arrest people for different petty offenses and bring them back to the jail and make profits off of that. So a felon con artist, and I talked to locals, he walked around everywhere in his Hardin police force, American police force. On one side it had a Hardin police force, on the other it said American police force, and he was strutting around for weeks with his security men announcing that he was the police chief. Everyone was just groveling to him because he was foreign, had a foreign accent. They thought that was James Bondish and sexy. And he literally just strutted around smoking cigarettes with everyone bowing and hiding and worshiping him. And then they were preparing to just dispatch. And it turns out that the Bighorn County Sheriff was for this. His name is, what's his first name? Lawrence Big Hair. You can't make this up. Because I guess when he was born, he thought somebody with big hair. But the point is, and we've heard from the sheriff's always sick, and no one can ever find him. They're saying he's sick right now. Locals have reported something else that, he has the native taste for certain things. But the point is it's really bad, folks. And I've never seen a boss hog town quite like this. But it's a microcosm. You drive across Texas, more prisons than anywhere else in the U.S. per capita, more prisons than anywhere else in the world. The U.S. is the capital of prisons nationwide and worldwide. Texas is the capital of that. So the U.S. is the capital worldwide of prisons, and Texas is the capital of the U.S. for prisons. We have detention centers in every little county, and that's why they put you in jail for nothing. It's all the same parasite groups. This guy just happens to be a criminal con artist, so it blew up in his face, and they're in a lot of trouble with the Attorney General investigating. But we'll continue to see if he is hooked up with all these other shadowy groups, part of the courts.
We'll be back after this. It's the Alex Jones Show. Alex on the ground in Hardin, Montana.
Are you concerned for the safety of your loved ones? Listen closely to this message from pepperspray.com. Every 22 seconds a violent crime is committed. America has changed, and your personal safety is your first priority. Be smart. Be safe. Trust Pepper Spray instead of your luck. Pepperspray.com is the only website you'll ever need for all of your non-lethal self-defense supplies. Pepperspray.com carries one of the largest assortments of pepper spray and personal safety products on the web. From big to small, we have it all. Pepper spray, mace, animal repellents, stun guns, and tasers. Pepperspray.com also carries a large assortment of products for personal, home, child, and pet safety. Enter SAFE in the coupon box and you'll receive a special discount off of your order. So what are you waiting for? Go to pepperspray.com. That's pepperspray.com or call 1-800-908-9988 today.
Final segment of the Alex Jones Show. Remember, if you missed any of the program, the rebroadcast begins in about 6 minutes, and you can pick up the podcast only at Infowars.com and PrisonPlanet.tv. Joining us live from Hardin, Montana, boots on the ground, Alex Jones. Alex?
Yes, Bermas, I will be live this Sunday, 4 to 6 p.m. Central, and I'll give people a boil down of everything we've witnessed here. We'll also get the latest flu information, a lot of other important, informative guests coming up next week. You're going to interview Peter Dale Scott today for your upcoming film. I'm very, very excited about. So that is some great work that you're doing there, Jason, on the Invisible Empire documentary. Before I finish up with Herr Hilton and what's happening here in Hardin, Montana, I wanted to just encourage listeners to understand that we're running out of time. The tyranny is taking over. They use economically depressed areas and countries so the people can't stand up or take care of themselves, just like what's happening here in Hardin. We need to show who the criminal bankers are. We need to identify them as the real shadow government that is the source of all of this tyranny and most of our problems.